Welcome to the third lesson in the Banjo Basics course. This lesson is focused on learning techniques to improve your timing skill. Banjo timing is the most important skill to learn and master because all banjo playing is based upon proper timing. Without proper timing, it may be difficult to recognize the songs you are playing. Ironically, the timing skill seems to be the most difficult banjo skill to master. To master this skill, you must prepare yourself for lots of practice, discipline, and hard work. Remember this: the better your timing, the better banjo player you will be, and the more you will love to play. At the end of this lesson, I am providing several practice exercises to help you build your timing skill. Each exercise is self-paced and will require many video playbacks for you to move forward. So let's get started. To learn how to improve your timing, you first must learn more about note duration and note counting. A good understanding of each of these topics will enable you to quickly build your banjo timing skill. Let's first learn about note duration. Note durations have to do with the length of time a note is played within a specific measure. This video will cover 4 different notes that are used most often when playing the banjo. Let's look at each note and review how they are different. We will use the 4/4 time signature that you already learned in a previous video for our example. Notice how it is displayed on the screen. The whole note has a time duration of 4 beats within one measure. The half note has a time duration of 2 beats within the measure. The quarter note has a time duration of 1 beat in the measure. And finally, the eighth note has a time duration of 1/2 of a beat within the measure. As you can see, each type of note is different in time duration when played. This seems simple enough, but it is challenging to keep your timing consistent when played over several measures. This can get more complex when mixing different notes within the same measure. However, you can improve your consistency if you apply a note counting technique when you are playing a song. Let's explore this further. Actually, note counting is simply counting the number of beats in a measure based upon the time signature and the note's duration or time value. Using our previous tab example, you will hear a short audio for each of the 4 notes, which will demonstrate how each note is both played and counted within the measure. Note counting uses the numerical values 1 through 4 to represent the beat when using a 4/4 time signature, along with some special characters to count the eighth notes. For example, in the first measure, the whole note is played 1 time, but it receives a count of 1, 2, 3, 4 to complete the measure duration of 4 beats. Now listen to the short audio to demonstrate how this is done. Whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second measure, the half note is played 2 times. The first note receives a count of 1, 2, and the second note receives a count of 3, 4 to complete the measure duration of 4 beats. Now, listen to the short audio to demonstrate how this is done. Half note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in the third measure, the quarter note is played 4 times. The first note receives a count of 1, the second note a count of 2, the third note a count of 3, and the fourth note a count of 4 to complete the measure duration of 4 beats. Now listen to the audio. Quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, in the fourth measure, the eighth note is played 8 times. The first 8 notes are counted in 4 pairs, like this: 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, to get the measure duration of 4 beats. Remember, the eighth note is 1/2 a beat. Now listen to the audio. Eighth note: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You have now learned how to count note durations and are ready to work on the practice exercises. So please proceed to the next video.